You don't know what I'm referencing.
You don't even
kid.
know what that's a reference to.
What?
What is it?
Oh my fucking god.
That would be this is happening. Not this isn't happening.
That's the sound I make when I'm not here.
I was just trying to make when I float down the Liffey.
Damn right.
He's got to admit, he's a little bit confused.
Gotta admit, I'm a little bit confused. Sometimes it seems to me that I'm just being used.
I gotta stay awake. Yeah. Just trying to shake off this creeping malaise.
Wow. If I don't stand my own ground,
That's
how can I
wild.
find my way out of this maze?
Hope this album doesn't make me go half dumb and blind. We might keep pretending. I didn't even know we were live.
Yeah, I was just gonna keep going with the lyrics.
I didn't hear that. You don't listen to me when I say anything, so I don't really care. You didn't listen to me to those. I don't think you've ever listened to me, frankly. Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
That's
What a guy.
Ryan didn't get either of them.
What a fucking guy.
Hold on. Sorry about that, boys. You can hear me now, correct? Hello. Hi, Hugo. Yeah, I haven't heard
What a way to
Mogwai
keep it
either.
going.
Sorry about that. Forgot I had the mic muted or wrong mic set. I had to reset my microphone, so it was pretty everything's a little off. Thank you, This Is Here, for appreciate that. I've never heard Mogwai either. It's a first for me. So and yes, Mecca, you're early. We haven't even started yet.
Spectacular. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you, fellas? All right, we'll give it another minute or two. Let people join in case they want to hear the Mogwai hype. Me personally, I know this is post-rock. I know literally less than zero about this. So this is going to be a first for me entirely.
I think knowing its genre is more than less than zero.
Did you listen to Supermarket Cole?
No, I was incredibly busy at work. I didn't really get a chance to explore new music.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Supermarket by Logic.
I don't think he's
Nobody cares about that album. Zero
You're not
people.
gonna let Bobby Tarantino lick your lemon drop?
Oh my god. Who do you think has better lyrics, Oasis or Coldplay? Oasis? Is this even a question?
I guess Coldplay.
Let's see.
By
Either
circumstance?
it's either incredibly pretentious or
Oh my god.
like lyrics for a 5-year-old. Those are your two options.
Surface level or pretentious? I'm taking surface level.
Outstandingly bad opinion if you pick Coldplay.
Champagne supernova.
Boy, I don't really like either lyrics. Gosh. I guess it's Oasis.
Yeah, because after all,
It's complete opposite sides of the spectrum.
Because after all,
Coldplay versus
You're my
AC/DC, who is more mega? All right, now let's chill. AC/DC is about 10 times better than Coldplay. All right,
I'd probably rather listen to Coldplay.
You're so full of shit.
I just don't ever care when an AC/DC song is on.
it's so samey.
No way. Oasis is better.
I mean,
agreed.
I don't really have a problem. I don't have a problem with AC/DC in principle. Like you want to? I mean, it's a.
You want to make hard
most-
rock music? Make
It's
some
like
hard
the
rock
most
music.
straightforward hard rock music that's imaginable. I mean, I absolutely wish they went harder because I would
All right.
really consider that.
We
hard
will
rock
we will
music.
start the recording at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 minutes, just a little less, just to let more people file in. But yeah, no, I will say AC/DC used to be my favorite rock band a couple years ago, and that's changed a lot since then. But I still respect the hell out of what they did for making some banger songs, and in my opinion, a damn near flawless album.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
How about no flaws? Because they didn't try anything. So it was hard to make mistakes.
In the
Well, I
90s,
would never-
Oasis
I've
tried to
never really
compare their music
considered-
to the Beatles. What a joke.
I mean,
It was a bit of a joke.
I've never really liked the AC/DC
Hey.
singers, so I don't really like either of them.
I like Bon Scott.
Those Oasis fans are hardcore, bro. You trash
feel
talk
like
Oasis, you're entering a territory of uncertainty.
Once you like spread out your music more than just like the mainstream stuff, you quickly realize like AC/DC does not go all that hard. They're pretty tame.
They have 2 albums you think are complete finds. I think I go with them over not them. Wow.
That's Back in
You-
Black
you
is not
picked-
really. It's
you
not really
picked
the
my
AC/DC
all-time-
fan album.
I mean, there's probably their second best.
It's pretty obvious what their
I put
best album
Coldplay's
is.
second
Is
album
it?
above
Is it
Viva La
obvious?
Vida. What do you think of it,
I
Ryan?
think so.
I mean, I got Viva La Vida as their number one. Their second album is probably their most creative they ever did in terms of things they did. That doesn't, I mean, and you don't hear creative when you think of Coldplay, but if you talk to Coldplay fans, it's their most creative.
I'm trying to think if I would rather listen to an AC/DC album or a Coldplay album, and I have no idea.
It depends on the album.
That thought is never. I mean, just like
Alright.
whatever I would say is their best,
What's
It's
up,
like-
Isiru?
which I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know which one to do.
All right, fellas, it's time to get started. We are at 7 p.m., so let's just hop into it, shall we? All right.
I guess Coldplay is more mid, maybe.
I think they're worse, though. I don't think AC/DC has as many low points.
Okay, that's great. What's going on, YouTube?
guess.
Welcome back to the Three Idiots Talking podcast.
I just talk for a minute. Go ahead with your fucking intro.
You done?
No, don't stop. Keep
No,
going.
you want this? You want to keep rolling? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I
I'm gonna keep all this.
no.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
It's real.
Nope. Even if it's real, you fucked it up. I had a whole
I
thing
didn't
I was
fuck
gonna
up
say, and I
anything.
don't even remember it now because of that.
It's the same thing you say every time.
No, but I had a whole strategy going in, and now you messed it up. You got me off my flow, and now my game is whacked, and I got to restart from the beginning. So you can thank Cole for that. All right. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the 3 Idiots Talking podcast. Today, we are here with another paid album request. Thank you very much to the subscriber who sent these one in. We have 2, but this one is going to be, he put this one at the top of his most preferred of the 2 for us to do. So, thank you guys so much for the paid album request. We are continuing to do this. If you want to, you can follow us on DM us on Twitter. Follow us first, then DM us, and we can negotiate a price. And you can put your album request to the top of the queue. And also, there's a business email you can also send them to as well. But today's album request is Mogwai Young Team by a band called Mogwai. It is their debut album. Is their whole name Mogwai Young Team? It's not their debut.
Mogwai.
Mogwai. Okay, it's not their debut album. It's not? All right, well,
I don't think
Google
so. no.
Google is wrong then in that case. My
I
apologies.
think their debut is called 10 Rapid.
Well, in that case, I don't. All right. Anyway, the album is called Mogwai Young Team. I'm not sure which one it is. Somebody can look that up for me.
It
by
is 10 Rapid.
Okay.
According to Rate Your Music, it's their sophomore album.
Second
That's just what I'm
album.
going
All
with.
right, it is their second album by the band called Mogwai. Now, this is I don't know if they're a post-rock band, but this is a post-rock album. It came out in, I don't know what year it came out because we have the remastered version on Spotify. 1997, which is also happens to be the year I was born. Look at that. So it's actually got a pretty cool album cover. I'm kind of a fan of this one, Fuji Bank, and yeah, it just looks pretty cool. Other than that, I know nothing about this album. This will be my first time listening and reacting to it. Cole and Noah, I think you guys have heard this. At least one of you has heard this before, right? Cole has. All right, so can you give us a little description of this, either this artist or this album?
Well, I just wanted to state for the record that they have an album from 2006 called Mr. Beast. Just want to put that out there.
Wow.
Hilarious.
What a
Had
prediction.
nothing to do with anything outside of the fact that I think that's hilarious. I mean, this is the only album by them I've ever heard. I don't even remember why I've heard it, but I know I have heard it because it's liked in my Spotify, and I would come back to it from time to time because it's a very solid post-rock record. Yeah, I'm a fan of it.
All right.
I don't
Well,
know anything about the band.
fair enough. So there it is. That's pretty much all the description we have. We're going into this fairly raw, and I am definitely going into this completely raw because I have never even heard of this band and I've never heard of this album. So for me, it'll be a first time reaction. No, I think it'll be a first time reaction for you too, correct?
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Mogwai Young Team, starting with Yes, I Am a Long Way From Home. And
you ended the
jam
jam.
died because I clicked play. That's awesome. You click
Way to
play and the jam dies. Lovely. There we go. New link right there.
Beast.
Does this have a lot of lyrics in it? So it is a rather long song or long album for only having 10 songs. All right.
But it does not have many lyrics.
From here to there.
Mogwai Young Team, Yes, I Am a Long Way From Home.
Because this music can put a human being in a trance-like state and deprive them for the sneaking feeling of existing. Because music is bigger than words and wider than pictures. If someone said that Mogwai are the stars, I would not object. If the stars had the sound, it would sound like this. Punishment for these solemn words can be hard. Can blood boil like this at the sound of a noisy tape that I've heard? I know one thing. On Saturday, the sky will crumble together or something. With a huge bang to fit into the tape.
Very math rocky bass line.
Math Rocky? God.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. Not the song, that term.
It's a genre.
I'm sure there's a genre for every word in the English alphabet. It's a very calming instrumental. Just whenever I listen to post rock, I always just find myself, when are we getting to the build? Because there's always a build.
I feel like this is gonna be more of a vibe than a build.
A lot of math rock is pretty stupid. There are some bangers though, for sure.
Fuck doesn't have that many builds. That's still post-rock.
We had some pretty stressed and distorted noises right there.
Noah, there's some Olivia love in the chat.
I like this vibrating tone right here.
Oh.
Not sure about this outro though. Clearly backwards talking. Reverse talking.
If this was on a Beatles song, this would be called Genius.
This would be called Satan worshipping.
Oh, they have already done it a few times, and I don't think they've called it that.
All right, that was Yes, I Am a Long Way From Home. Cole, you've heard this before. Let's have you start. You probably have a slightly better formulated opinion.
I think it's a pretty solid intro. He starts out with a, whatever kind of monologue that was, and goes into a nice little pretty guitar riff that does a little bit of a build. Doesn't get too dramatic or anything, but has some nice guitar tones and decent energy to it. I think it's a solid song. Nothing too crazy though. Throw it an 8.
Okay. This so the last post-rock album we did was, I believe, Sam LRC's album, correct? Unless we did a post-rock album since then.
It was probably that, I think.
Dang, like an actual post-rock, not like randomly mixed in. Anyway, point being, the last one we did had a really just heavy song to start. We just came in blasting at one point. And this one was the very different start to it. The intro track here, like Cole said, it's got a build to it, but it's a very soft build. It's not really anything blasting in your ear. It's not very heavy. It's just kind of got a little bit of noise and a little bit of distortion, like post rock loves to do. And then I for one thing, I really like the little repeating guitar on top of all the other instrumentals during the majority of the build, which is very cool. I like that. Didn't like the ending repeating vibrating tone that they were doing, the thing. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me. And then the reversed words, reverse sayings, whatever was happening there, wasn't a huge fan. I'll give it a 7.5. Good intro track, but nothing too special. Noah.
This was a little viber. Yeah, we went into that whole intro, which is I was expecting something like that, so it was fine. But then we got into that nice little bass line moving around a lot.
Yeah.
Very good. Had a very nice tone to it as well. Very interesting guitar playing. Not a lot of notes being played, but a lot of harmonics being done and like little taps.
Little
I thought
vibrato
that was
stuff
really
happening
cool.
too.
Which also was very math rocky.
Of course. Math rock. A
Yeah.
term, apparently.
Yeah, it is. And they got, they'll build. The tones when we got to the more distorted part were good as well. Had a good touch on the guitar. Guitar sounded real good. Yeah, this song is. I enjoyed this one a lot. It's something I could put on in the background and kind of chill to. I'd give that an 8.5.
Ooh. Hugo just made a good point as well. Something I've sort of forgot about because the song goes away from it till the end. There's a monologue at the beginning too, not just the end. So the monologue at the beginning, I wonder if the monologue at the beginning is her verse at the end. I wonder because I wonder if that's like the intro outro flip. I have no idea, but I guess somebody might know, or if somebody does know, let us know. All right, up next we have Like Herod. Gotta listen to some math rock. Let me grab my protractor. It's just such a dumb name for a fucking genre. I also don't like post rock that much either.
Okay, yeah, sure you don't.
I think the better name for post rock would be apocalyptic rock.
This is why you're not in charge of naming genres.
Gives off very apocalyptic vibes. I could lie.
Talk gives up apocalyptic vibes.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
And we got a darker sounding tune here.
Such a common trope in post rock is to have a guitar and instrumental that starts out very soft and quiet, but a drum that's fully just like it's loud. I mean, it's not like louder than normal, but it's louder than the other instrumentals at the beginning. I know. I looked at the genre names on Rate Your Music once, and I was like, this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Gent.
Yeah, I love gent.
Fuck even is that? You need to wear eyeglasses to fully appreciate math rock. I don't think I've heard a math rock song in my entire life.
You know what would really make you mad?
Oh, wow.
They're the band Tool.
What?
Starting off with a banger.
Actually, used mathematics to write some of their music, and it's not called math rock.
Whoever named this shit, I want to talk to.
I don't even remember any of the artists that are in it.
I want to talk to the people who name these genres.
Who's in it?
Who's in what?
Math rock.
I mean, American football. They're like the most popular one I can think of. I think
Tool is
there's
amazing.
a band called Modern Baseball.
I have hardly heard any Tool to give an accurate comment on if they're amazing or not.
Amazing.
I certainly don't think they're There it is.
We're moving with a purpose now.
This sounds like Silly String. What the fuck?
That's cool.
I just wasn't expecting that drop at that moment. I risked it. Good drumming. Well, I'll say that and then it goes away. That is a grimy guitar tone. I think I like the underlying bass one though more.
He's just tapping on the pickup with something. Innovative guitar playing.
This is something.
That's cool. I enjoy.
There it is.
That guitar is pretty cool.
Huh? I couldn't hear you. The song's so fucking loud.
I am not into this.
Wonder who's into this. Raise your hand if you're into this.
God.
Oh, that guitar tone is so nasty.
Oh my lord. 3 more minutes.
Oh yeah.
4 more minutes, basically. Wow!
B is back.
Whoever decided that feedback was like this really cool thing that you should add in probably needs to get.
They're really cool people for thinking of that. Give me the guitar fuckery.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a long album for me.
effects. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. This is music for crackheads.
He said junkies.
Insert drug here.
You can be a junkie for anything. That's drugs. Get your stuff right, pal.
It's like you're just. Never mind.
It's just like you're having a really good time.
No.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I love getting ear raped. That's
God, how do
fun.
you do that?
It just doesn't want to end. Just refuses to end.
40 seconds left.
Oh my Christ.
Sounds like the end of static.
Hugo, which one are you referring to? Okay, I don't need to hear that anymore.
Lame.
Plus, there was no time left anyway. Okay, that was Like Herod. Go ahead, Noah. You seem to be enjoying that.
First off, we had a nice little groove. Drums sounded real good, real snappy. Bass was really carrying it. I'm a big fan of when bands make bass a lot more prominent in the mix, and I think they're doing a really good job of that. The guitar, it doesn't really become part of the song until they get into the heavier sections, which I don't mind at all, because when it does come in, it is coming in rather strong, especially the lead. When it would just play those repeated bends, it would just build like a tension, and I thought that was really good and added a lot to the song. I wish they kind of transitioned better between the sections, but they're still done well. I just wish they could stick them together better. I'd give that an 8.
Wow. Cole.
Yeah, I mean the builds here are really good. They're a lot of fun. They're very explosive, obviously, because they kind of come out of nowhere. I don't know if it needs to be almost 12 minutes long. It seems like a bit much for what's going on here because it's mostly focused just around these two builds that aren't like super long. So I feel like they could tighten it up a little bit or just maybe add something else in between the builds or before and after the builds. But yeah, still cool. 8 out of 10.
I hate judging post-rock because I get so bored with the music so quickly. It's so repetitive. There's if you don't even, I mean, there's most of these don't have lyric sections, but if there's no lyrics, like it's just the same repeated going back and forth over and over, melody or tone over and over and over with tiny fragmented variations. Now, of course, you get the build and you do get a drop most of the time on most of these post rock, and that part is a little cool because you get a bit of energy to it and it does come in, but then it just repeats itself and it goes for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, over and over. And then if I don't like the tone, if I don't like the actual melody, or I don't like the way it's being played, I'm just miserable for minutes on end. It's just terrible and I hate it. So I hate judging post rock because I end up hating the albums and the music because it's like I just sit there bored out of my fucking mind for like 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Like, I didn't like really any of this. I didn't like the guitar tones that much. I didn't like the screeching of the guitars as the feedback was hella annoying to my ears. I didn't particularly enjoy any part of the drops that much. I thought the energy they brought in was cool, but I didn't like the sound or the tone that much. Like Godspeed's done songs like this, but they usually bring in a ton of instrumentals along with it. This is like mainly like 2 or 3. It's mainly like a underlying bass guitar, another guitar, and a drum, and they just get really big for like a short burst, and then that's kind of all they have. There are elements here that pick and choose a couple different things here and there, but for the most part, none of it I find very entertaining. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It doesn't. I mean, you know what? Honestly, that's probably honest. I'm gonna just go to 6 because I will never listen to that song again, ever. There's zero. It's too long. It doesn't change its melody nearly enough, and yeah, I like everything else I said. I mean, there are some parts of the song that drag on a bit. There's some cool moments here, though, feeling about the same as the last song. 7.5 to an 8. Well, clearly there are people who love this shit because there are people who dig this genre. I will never quite understand it, though. All right, moving on to Catrian or Catrian. Music for heroin junkies. I agree with Ryan. I give it a 4. I mean, if you're on some serious crackhead shit, this is probably the greatest thing you've ever heard in your life.
I almost get like Joy Division vibes from some of their instrumentals at points. Particularly the drums and bass.
That was a cool roll. Yeah, I mean, we will absolutely be doing Dark Side.
We're going to be doing a redux of our Dark Side review.
No, we will not.
Yes, actually.
Why?
I know what it would be.
Yeah.
A redux?
Yeah.
I remember redoing it. It does appear to be that way, Hugo.
I can feel another explosion coming.
You can feel an explosion coming?
Mm-hmm. Especially when the bass just starts droning like that. Yep, there it comes.
Maybe they're just teasing you.
It's gonna happen.
Now that's a cool build right there. Wow. That's a diamond with a fire opinion. It is Richter, it is. It's been my favorite part so far. Wow. What a quick cut.
We did not get another big boom.
We did not, but that was Catrian. Or Catrian. I'd like to go first here. Boy, this is a confusing little song. We have two sort of builds that one gave us a big drop, one kind of just led us up to a cliff and then didn't really do anything after that. I gotta say the drumming on this was really, really good. I know I already pointed out, but that is a fact of it was just fantastically good. A lot of good rolls and just some good drum fills in general. And I think the drumming on this album so far has been fantastic. I do like the fact that they brought in some more instrumentals, including I believe to be a keyboard. Maybe it was a synthesizer, but they brought in some more instrumentals to at least keep it a bit more entertaining rather than just a guitar. But outside of that, I really didn't appreciate it that much, but it was better than the first two. Nah, maybe not better than the first two. I'll give it a 7 to a 7.5. 7 to a 7.5. All right, Cole, I will be right back. So go ahead.
Probably, I mean, definitely the weakest song so far because just the most uneventful in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the builds didn't really go anywhere super fascinating.
Take it off.
Huh?
The thing, the cover.
You want me to?
Yeah, you failed last time. You gotta speed up, son.
I'll probably give that song like a 6.5. I'll take it.
He's about to do something real funny.
Didn't make it.
Darn it. Gotta be quicker than that.
Sorry, what happened?
No,
Huh?
nothing.
Okay. All right. Cole, what was your ranking?
6.5.
6.5. All right, Noah.
I agree with Cole. To where this was probably the weakest so far.
Disagree entirely. This is far better
Yeah,
than
and
the
you're
previous
wrong.
song.
And you're wrong, and you're silly, and you're stupid, and you're goofy.
Well, you're just
yeah,
wrong
this
on
one-
all accounts.
The least happened, and it didn't fulfill and pay off very hard.
They had the
compared to
most
the others.
instrumentals of all of them. Most instruments in the instrumental of all of them.
Okay.
Right.
Far more
I don't
entertaining
care.
to listen to.
The other instrumentals were more captivating. They did a better job of writing them. No, this is still like a solid song. I would give this like a 7.
A 7. Okay. Well, I think we entirely disagree about our reasoning, but we ended up getting basically the same ranking, which is interesting. I don't know about that guitar, I'll be real. Obviously better than Custard Pie. Last build was cool, just didn't enjoy the squeaky guitar tone. Drumming was great though. The drumming has been fantastic so far, I will say that. The builds and just the instrumentals overall have been fairly dull, though. Not gonna lie, it hasn't really entertained me that much. Pretty uneventful, 6.5 out of 7. Okay. All right, Radar Maker. I'm hoping to get some real big builds coming in with some actual fire drops, but I don't know if this is the type of band to do that.
Is this Richard D. James?
What? What?
I'm not elaborating.
Six and a half. All right, you guys going a little lower.
We need to
Actually-
get some Richard D. James on this channel.
Yeah, because this is actually feeling more C418.
I know that.
The darkness. Yeah. Yeah, it's Minecraft.
Yeah. I will give you this. This has some Minecraft vibes to it.
Yes, it does.
Some peaceful
'Cause
valley
it's real
vibes.
simple. It's real simple, and it's only going from 2 notes. It's just going bum, bum,
Well, hold your breath.
noise. Well, there's not enough to happen. There's not enough time.
The hell is this? A race car track?
Might be a transition. No, it's not.
What was that? Wait, that's it? Hold up. Okay. All right. I didn't realize that was a song. I didn't know it was only 45 seconds or however the hell long that was.
A minute and a half.
A minute and a half or whatever. Okay. Cole, let's start with you. This could be really short.
Pretty piano playing.
Indeed.
You know, everything sounded nice. Just fairly uneventful.
Extremely uneventful.
You know, just kind of feels like a transitional track, but you know, didn't upset me. 6.5, I guess,
6.5.
maybe a 7.
Maybe a
Feeling
7.
generous.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna kind of just curtail everything Cole just said. 6.5 out of 7. Really peaceful, but nothing happened for about a minute and a half. So there you go. Very peaceful. Sounded lovely, but I was hoping for more, especially with that cool sound. All right, Noah.
This did offend me.
Oh,
I am incredibly offended by this very soft and simple and beautiful piano playing. Never do it again. 7.
Never do it again.
never sounds simple, soft, and beautiful. It's offensive. God damn it.
Yeah,
Never do it again.
man.
This
7
is
out of
a
10.
groove. I am gonna lie. 9.0. Diamond always
don't-
fire.
I don't know I don't know what to take of that.
I don't either.
Just-
I never know what to
I'm
think
gonna
of
lie.
it, bro.
9.
I
Yeah,
guess 6.5.
Is that a lie?
That's yeah. Instead
It's
of saying
James
not gonna lie, it's
fucking
I am gonna
Diamond,
lie.
Cole. Everything he says needs to be taken with 15 grains of salt.
I've seen people start doing that on TikTok. Well,
I
they'll be
think
like,
he just
I'm gonna lie.
only
This is
likes-
higher.
I'm gonna lie. This shit hot.
I feel like
Alright.
he just only likes his classic rock.
Yeah, maybe we need to get back to
Which,
the
I mean-
finishing Zeppelin out a bit then.
I'm not opposed to it. Just
We will. This is the next stream.
I'm
Alright.
well aware that we will.
Up next we have Tracy. I mean, physical graffiti is the next stream. The truth is a 0.9. Okay, so you're just flipping a number.
Goodness. Just hate pianos.
Could not listen to C418, that's for damn sure.
Not a big 10 ribs and all carrot pod guy.
Could you say things that the
Zeppelin?
majority of people have actually heard?
That is
I know what that is.
Zeppelin super fan deep cut right there. That's a great song.
Could have said.
That's some Presents Deluxe Edition shit right there.
I don't like that as pod. It's pod. There's something that bugs me about that.
I don't know why they named it that at all.
Zeppelin's pointless after physical.
Oh,
No.
One of their best songs came out.
they're-
We will
the
disagree
best
with
one.
that, sir.
Their best song.
Probably their second best.
Their best.
I like this bass guitar. I'm a fan of that. That's a nice tone.
Tracy.
Is there lyrics on this one?
Trace
Oh, there
McSorley.
is lyrics on this one. There we go.
Well, the first lyrics were all just spoke. I think
Yeah.
it's just spoken. It's like
Might actually get some singing.
call recording. I don't think it's sung.
No, I'm saying, are we gonna get some singing? This is pretty.
How is Center playing Center? It's so whack.
I don't think Diamond's ever stated an opinion that somebody didn't hate in some form or fashion.
Achilles Last Stand is one of their best songs. In the Outdoor has a bunch of bangers on.
Something about that keyboard setting sounds a little spooky.
I'm not getting spooky from it.
I'm getting a little eerie vibe. Just that guitar in the back.
This is the first time I've ever heard this new stuff, and my god, it sucks. No, James, I don't think we played an artist outside of Zeppelin that you haven't said sucked or was the worst thing you've ever heard in your life.
What do you mean new stuff? This is
This
over
album is
25 years old.
27
years old. I guess he means new to him. That's the only thing I can think of.
Or just anything after 1979.
Just anything after the 70s is just trash.
Ryan, I don't think that California player knew how much time there was.
I don't think Seth Trimble ever grabbed the ball.
Well, he shot it from half court with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, you're watching the Tar Heels?
Yeah.
Let's see how they're doing.
Always, my guy. Nah, post 1980, everything just sucks up their 80s. Some people
Boy.
might agree with you on that.
Oh.
Best album came out in 2000.
Agreed.
Yeah, we just are talking about different albums here. Kraftwerk is sick. That's a good album. I fucking love
Kraftwerk Tour
Kraftwerk.
de France 1982, Sick Fire.
That's some baller electronic music.
You can make a solid argument for like an album from the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s, or even 2010s being the best album of all time.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, man. I'm sorry to bother you, but we've got a bit of a sketch going on here. Well, it's pretty hard to explain.
That was like Patty Pimblett.
Right. We're doing a mix. And,
Shout out to anyone who knows what that is, who that is.
And Stuart was getting a bit stroppy with Dominic, and we ended up with Dominic
Fish.
Stuart and walking out. He said he's not too bad. Stuart was out. Stuff like that, right? Stuart's away as well. Paul's sitting here. Dad left. Aye. And John still there? No, he was away with Stuart for some reason. It's like calmed down or something. It's just a total bloody sketch, man. I don't know what to do. You listening on Tuesday? Right. Get the limit is what I can do, right? Yeah, this is
Are they Irish or Scottish?
I mean, it sounds more Irish. They sound like Paddy. I'm assuming Irish. I don't know why the lyrics just stopped lyricking, but
Oh, bloody sketch. I guess that means fight or something. I don't know.
yeah.
God, I love hearing them say out and about. Big
Could
fan
you
of
really
when
make
people
a
say that.
solid argument for 5 different albums from 1969 being the best album of all time? Really? 5?
I can only see people saying these things, but not making good cases.
That wouldn't even be my pick. My year, I mean, it's probably the best year of the
Alright.
60s, but like no album that came out the year.
Alright, you guys go first. I need to grab something.
That
Best
was
album.
that was Tracy. This is pretty. It was a pretty song. I really enjoyed, probably the thing I enjoyed the most about it was just how calming and peaceful it was. I don't think there was a single build on that entire song. I don't recall one, but if there was, I didn't think there was a single build on there. I thought this was a very different step away from what they've been doing so far in the album, and it was unique in that aspect because it had these it was chimey. It had a couple. I think, did it even have a drum? I don't remember a drum.
Not sure.
I don't think it even had a drum, which is surprising because so far the best part of their album has been the drumming. So to take that away and yet still be able to make a good song is impressive. The last 3 minutes with the phone call, I guess you call that a field recording. Yeah, I haven't really been into it at all. Any of their phone calls or their lyrics so far has not been my cup of tea. But to each their own, I guess. I don't really think it adds anything to the song, emphasis wise, except maybe creating more for you to listen to. Outside of that, it really doesn't do anything. I don't even understand why it really matters for this. I will give this, but for the music itself, I will give this a solid. I give 7.5 to 8. I can listen to that. That's pretty good. Cole.
I mean, yeah, that was a nice tranquil song
Yeah.
right there. Just kind of a rocking a pretty instrumental for about 7 minutes, which was nice, solid. I'll throw it a 7.
7. Noah.
Yeah, that was a pretty one. We're kind of sticking to a theme here, instrumental wise. I'm just kind of letting the bass do the heavy lifting, create a nice little vibe, and
Yet no build on this one, and I don't even think there was drums.
that's fine. Because, I mean, it just created a good little melody that you can kind of zone out to. And I feel like the talking in the background kind of fulfilled that purpose as well.
Did
It's
it?
something you can kind of zone out to.
No, I got the opposite. I felt it was pointless. I didn't think it added anything to the song at all.
I enjoyed it. I'd give that song like a 8.
Wow. You've been pretty high on this album so far.
Yeah, it's been an enjoyable piece of music.
Wow. All right. Up next, we have Summer.
Blind Faith Rickster.
Blind
I have
Faith.
not heard that name in a while.
Grateful Dead in '69 is the best.
Good little Eric Clapton side project.
I would maybe listen to your In a Silent Way argument, but I don't know. Abbey Road's got too many problems, and King Crimson and fucking Court of the Crimson King
Moonchild.
has Moonchild, which is way too long. But I don't even think In a Silent Way is like Miles Davis's 3rd best album.
Diamond, you
Number
say 1980 after everything post 1980 sucks, and yet that was when that was basically when old school rap started, essentially. So I ain't falling. Wow. Okay. There we go. Priority.
I stated the correct opinion about Miles Davis.
I don't
Look
know.
at me
What
go.
did you say?
No, you did not.
Thank you, Hugo. You
He
are
said it
correct.
last time on when it was his best album.
Because it is.
It's his third best album.
No universe where it's worse than Bitches Brew. There's no universe.
Bitches Brew.
Oh yeah.
That's a gnarly guitar tone.
And now we got some instrumental working in there. I like it.
Ghostly sounding keyboard.
God, the drums are still going so hard. Short drop.
Let him cook. Is that a glockenspiel I hear?
The weirdest sound in all of music.
Actually, that's the foghorn.
I don't think the foghorn counts as an instrument.
Sub does.
All right. That was Summer. I don't know why it's called Priority Version. There's not another version on this, but fair enough. Summer, let's start with Noah.
It's following the same sort of blueprint that they've been going off of for a bit, where the bass just really carries it. And then we get into the heavy sections. The guitar creates a big old wall of sound, which I like. Difference is that they had a keyboard this time, making its own melody during those sections that I thought was very enjoyable. The guitar became a little bit more prominent and started doing more in the second half of the song, and I thought it blended really well with what they had already built from before that point. This was a good song. I'd give that an 8.
8. So I like the fact that this song was a tad bit shorter, which allowed for shorter bursts of the in-between of the build-ups and the drop. However, that being said, because it is a short song, the drop was not nearly as long as I would have liked. I would have liked that drop to have been like a minute. Instead, it was like 30, maybe even less than 30 seconds. That could have stretched out to a minute and a half, maybe even more. That would have been a fantastic fire drop, and it probably would have been the best song so far. It might still be, despite all of that. I back up Noah. I also like that. I think that, the drumming has just been so fantastic when it's been on there on this album. I think it's been great. I also want to say the guitar was pretty good. I thought it had a very, Cole put the right word, it had a very raunchy tone to it on this one, and I like all that. I'll give it a 7.5 to an 8. Whoops, not 7.8. I do wish that drop had been longer though. Cole.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a dramatically shorter version of Like Herod, which I think has its benefits and down points.
It sounded
for
different
lack
though.
of a better term. I mean, yeah, the builds were definitely different. The guitar tones were different. Yeah, it was pretty solid post-rock song for being 3.5 minutes long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not always easy to write a post-rock song in that short of a time frame. But yeah, I'll give it an 8.
8. All right. Up next we have With Portfolio.
That piano is so
Minecraft-esque.
Richard D. Jamie.
Is that the person who made C418 or something?
No.
Need to Richard D. James on this channel though.
I don't know which one we do though.
Probably the debut.
I guess. I mean, I'd be down to do it.
Oh my god. The Aphex Twin guy, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's who it is. Jesus
he,
Christ.
he looked it up.
Do you think I've looked up the name of the Aphex Twin before?
Whenever I hear a piano with some reverb on it, I just think of Mr. D. James.
I don't know how Aphex Twin would do on our channel. You guys think it would get some views?
I don't know.
No. Maybe like the first and second of the ambient works.
Chat, what do you guys think? Would you be down to listen to some Aphex Twin? I've only heard one album.
I've heard 1.5.
Oh, they get a couple of them get real long.
That's why I said 1.5.
Last song was a 7. This is about a 7.5 to an 8. Well, this song ain't even done yet, Hugo.
I think he was talking about Tracy and Summer.
This is weird. Kind of catchy though.
Oh yeah? Good?
What the fuck are we doing?
Couldn't understand it.
This is so weird.
You guys must have been so happy when stereo was invented. So they're just playing Pong between the different channels.
I'm keeping up with it in my head. It's hard though, because I keep changing that tempo. Oh, God! Okay, you're hardcore losing me, Mogwai. Let's not do that again.
This is what plays in my trap house.
Alright, that's about to transition.
Dumbest thing.
What? I just listened to. You know what, Noah? Since it's your trap house, how about you give us your rating?
Yeah, my trap house, my rules. First half of this was good. It was very pretty. It's just a similar, basic and sweet song, kind of like Radar Maker. Second half, we start bouncing back and forth between the channels with some wacky noises. I don't hate it.
Of course you don't.
There's something fun about it.
Oh my god.
It's something very pleasing to the ear.
Noah's like, pleasing to the ear!
Yeah, there's something
Greatest
enjoyable
fucking
about
thing I've
that.
ever heard in my life.
Shut up.
Yeah, this is why this is on in the trap house. Want to make that shit feel like it's moving.
So we just lying now.
No, so we just being real. I'd give that like a 7.
7. Okay. I agree with the first thing Noah said. The first half of the song was very pleasant, very calm, and I do like that piano sound, and it sounded again like another Minecraft type of, if you've heard the Minecraft soundtrack, which we've done a review of, go check it out. But it sounded a lot like that. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. They transitioned into this stereo static back and forth, ping pong and all the way around type of music, and you get this awful ear-piercing screech added in at one point, and it just completely ruined any vibe I had of the song. I don't like it. It didn't make any sense, and I guess that's another problem I have with post-rock, so that's going to lower my rating significantly. I would have probably put this 7.5 to an 8. Now it's going to go to a 6, 6.5. Not a fan of the second half whatsoever. Cool.
They brought it to us live in stereo. They panned it Ryan didn't understand it. Now he has to ban it.
Wow.
What?
Bars.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool what
Of
they did.
course you did. Could these two blow each other any harder? I don't know.
I wish they had like, done a little more with it.
Added
A
something
little
to it
more-
instead of just static.
I don't know. I'm never opposed to static in my post rock.
Oh my
It's
God.
always an interesting addition. I think what they did was cool. I just wish they got a little more ambitious with it. I'll throw it a 7 to 7.5.
Hugo, it's cool that you guys had an idea. Could you do something with it as well? No? Okay, 4.5 to a 5. Brutal rating from Hugo, but he gets it. At least, like I like the first part. The second half just kills the song, though. Just does. Okay, are you still in? Are you still into it? Wow, that was really hard to read.
Are you still in?
That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow, this one's got a Fortnite.
What?
I have no idea. What that
Oh,
meant.
it says the word Fortnite.
Just not the classic video game we've all come to know and hate.
It's a stereo.
Stop talking.
That's what somebody said in chat. That's what Hugo said.
My heart's stereo. Cole's favorite song. Don't even lie.
It
I'm
plays
gonna
for
be honest,
Wilson
I don't
Phillips.
even remember who that song is by.
Pretty sure that's
Me
by
either.
Bruno Mars and Adam Levine, if I remember. But I might be wrong. No,
Can't
not
remember
Bruno
any other
Mars.
part of that song.
Who's the other guy? Maybe it is Bruno Mars. I don't remember.
Oh, that makes
I think
sense.
it's definitely Maroon 5 song. I can't remember how.
Yeah,
any of these
no, it's
songs-
No.
not Maroon 5. It's Adam Levine.
It's Gym Class Heroes.
Oh,
that makes sense.
You're right. Not Adam Levine. Gym Class
We
Heroes.
haven't had soul beds
Okay.
We got vocals.
for about a fortnight. Am I your only one? 'Cause you're still my only one. But if you need more, I'll just do it. It's all.
Welcome back, Isaac Wood from Black Country New Road.
Alex, you are not the first person to say ask us to review Mr. Beast.
We should go into town and spend some money.
Okay.
This dude sounds like he's dead.
We could go to the pictures and see something funny. Share a popcorn and we can go to the pub and then we can get right tanked up and we go home and have a thing.
Is there a love there? Even when I'm gone, will you still kiss me? If you find out, I will now leave you. But don't follow me.
We have taken a
That gave me like
dramatic turn in this album.
almost gave me like a Death Consciousness vibes.
Must admit, I'm a little confused with this song.
We could go into town and spend some money. and see something funny. She had a popcorn, and when it's finished, we could go to the
You know what's a series we should try and do?
Hmm.
Where we show some music we like to our viewers.
and go home. Another thing.
We have a lot of series ideas.
Yeah. I need these fuckers to hear Benji by Sun Kill Moon. I think they'll be fans.
Goes to the Great Highway.
That works too. Just anything with fucking Mark Kozelik in it. Some Red House Painters.
Rank that KD song.
That's like a top 100 song right there. I feel like they're gonna do something.
Well, there's almost 2 minutes left.
Oh, I heard a pedal click. I'm worried.
That just lock you in.
Something might happen. I heard somebody click a pedal. Might be getting something.
You can hear a guitar in the very distant background moving around.
Oh, did he click like a delay pedal? Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yes, for our 1 million subscriber special, we will listen to all of Natural Snow Buildings
Oh
in
my
one
God.
sitting. It'd be like a 24-hour stream.
We'll play Disintegration Loops if we ever get to 10,000 subs, probably. How about that?
You need me to review the longest ambient album in my arsenal?
Well,
It would be the Disintegration Loops.
There we go. Okay, we didn't get anything else after that. Are you still into it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Noah, let's start with you.
This one was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I was expecting something more, and the more never came. Like, it was enjoyable. It was, again, just a nice little viber with our bloke talking over it, saying his little silly little British things,
Indeed.
which is fine, and a little bit of singing, which also sounded, fine. Then the guitar was just in the background doing its thing. The drums were there. It was just a fine song. That was like a 7.
So I'm going to disagree a bit with you. I don't think this is very fine at all. I thought this was fairly. I've only said this one other time. I thought this was fairly timid and plain and simple and kind of boring. I felt we had basically no drops. We had no builds. We had nothing very interesting about the song. His lyrics were very dry and he sounded very dead singing them. It was honestly pretty uninviting to listen to. And you read the lyrics, there's nothing that special. He's talking about, basically going out and then coming back home. Going out, getting a bite to eat, and coming back home. And he's trying to make it sound a lot more meaningful than I thought it actually was. And yeah, I'm pretty. Noah said it best though. I'm pretty disappointed with this song. I mean, even when we thought we were about to get a build for the last 2 minutes, they basically did nothing. They just kept the same melody, the same tempo, and didn't change it a bit. Extremely disappointed. 4.5. Cool.
Well, I suppose this is probably the biggest song so far. I don't know if I'm gonna be 4.5 levels of dramatic, but yeah, it's just not super eventful, and it's not like they create like a really interesting atmosphere for this one. So I'll throw it a 6.
6, fair enough. All right. Up next, a really long title that I can't read. A cheery wave from Stranded Youngsters. Great lyrics. There we go. I don't listen to much ambient, so that's about as long as I've gone personally.
Do you actually listen to all of the disintegrations?
What's up, I think your name is Torment Rodriguez. Mogwai Fear Satan.
That's the final song, 16 minutes.
Oh boy. Where are we at? Oh, we're second last. That one drum is getting hit pretty well. I like the sound of it. Don't.
This is very doom sounding.
Yeah, it's very gloomy. But it's got like a hint, just a hint of like peacefulness and calmness behind on that high-end piano, on the higher scale of the piano.
It sounds like they mic'd it from the inside of the piano. It's so fucking loud.
Yeah, that was pretty loud. All right, that was a cheery wave from Stranded Youngsters. A really weird title. Cole, let's start you with it.
One of the more eerie songs on this record, which for me is never a bad thing to try. Kind of a general theme with this album is like a lot of cool ideas that I wish they would expand upon more or do more with, but still solid. I'll throw it a 7.5.
7.5. I will say that I enjoyed the central theme of this, very gloomy with a slight piano finish of on a higher note, and then it just goes back to the gloom, lower end of the piano, which is even at some points really low on the piano, where it just goes doom, and it gives you a very dark feeling. I like the percussion on this. I think it's kind of cool choice, and I like the length. It didn't harbor on it too long, but not a whole lot else happened. I'm gonna agree with Cole, but I'll go 7 to a 7.5. All right, Noah.
Well, yeah, that was certainly very gloomy. If they're going for that vibe, they did a very good job.
Yep.
It was an enjoyable, short song. I don't think there's anything to really dislike here. Yeah, this was a good song. I'd give that an 8.
Wow. All right, we have made it to the final song on Mogwai Young team called Mogwai Fear Satan. 16 minutes, so strap in, fellers. No lyrics. 16 uninterrupted instrumental minutes.
Hugo has listened to the epic in one sitting more than once. Wow.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That is a journey that I have never completed. It's fucking
For
long.
Hugo, there are 4 albums that make up the Disintegration Lips, which total about 5 hours. So yeah, there's more than the 2.5 hours on Spotify.
Looks like we're about to get a lot of different builds on this one. Wow. This is new.
Boy, not a lot of sustain in that tone. You hold a note for like 3 seconds,
It's going.
and it dies out. I wonder what he's doing to it.
Oh, easily. Yeah, this is 16 minutes. After listening to a Godspeed album is nothing.
More microphones in 2020, which is this 144-minute song. Which is a 10, by the way.
Oh, don't give us a warning now. We're already almost through the album. Come on, YouTube. We're at that hour mark, aren't we? We totally are. Right on cue. Well, we'll try to make it through this song. I don't know if we'll get taken down, but we'll try.
That flute.
I'm liking this rhythm right here. Oh! Those drums are huge. That is a crazy guitar. Sorry, Rita. There is so much pushing these guitars to their absolute limit on this song. It's almost jungle music right here. They're cool. I like the sound of it.
Just say jungle drum beat or something. Tribal drum beat.
Tribal drum
Yeah.
beat.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
shit got me feeling tribal. Got me feeling like I need to rip somebody's heart out for the sun god.
That should feel nice.
Nobody's gonna get that reference.
No. No. Absolutely not.
The song got me feeling nicey. Oh, right, Ryan. Did you put first off, you're muted. Second off, did you really put a Gruden feeling nicey clip in one of the YouTube videos?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh my fucking god, that's awesome.
Is that why somebody recognized it?
Hugo recognized it, has no clue.
That's
what
so
it's about.
awesome, Hugo. Recognize it, has absolutely no idea why they recognize. That's fantastic.
I have to keep using
I
it.
did.
Got me feeling nicey.
That's so funny. Just look it up, Hugo, on YouTube. Got me feeling nicey.
Or TikTok, either do.
If you have TikTok, yeah. Better do that before the 20th, though.
Well, that's only for America,
Oh,
though.
true. Yeah, Hugo's not an American.
Yeah, we're the only
You're
ones
Gucci.
getting fucked.
I wouldn't say I'm gonna be fucked.
Nah, I don't care at all.
Well, Daddy's got to take out his anger somewhere, so actually, you're getting fucked.
The abusive stepfather.
Oh.
A little disappointed by the ending of this song right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's been
I'm
going on for
feeling
a
it.
while, and there has not been hardly any changes at all.
This is pretty, though. Little flute solo. Oh shit.
What was that?
He's edging the guitar.
The fuck?
Stop edging the guitar right
He's
now.
pump faking us. Yeah, Hugo, I feel you on that, bro.
I like that you can hear that the flute is done in one take, because you can every once in now hear him breathe back in, get his oxygen back, as he steals all the oxygen. There you go.
Few jumps.
Yeah, the guitar is just moaning. growling in my ear.
Man, I want to go first.
We get it. You're so disappointed.
All right. Well, that was Mogwai Fear Satan. Very interesting title name. So this is an interesting track. I mean, it's by far the longest on this album, but it's an interesting one because it starts out in a really, really cool guitar tone with a lot of promise, and I'm a big fan of the first half of this song. Huge fan. I think it was probably the best done, most post-rock, almost apocalyptic type sounding music that they've released on this album so far, and I was a huge fan. I love it when they make post-rock artists actually make really hardcore post-rock and they really get into like the extremities of each instrumental and they drag them out for a process and let it ride. That's awesome. It's unfortunate that they go into the next part, the next half of the song with the flute going hard like Noah's such a fan of, and they do nothing with it. There's no more builds, there's no more continuation, there's no up and down, there's no processing, there's no other instrumental breaks, or really there's hardly any change at all. It's just repeated for the next 8 or so minutes. And although the flute sounds nice and everything, for the final song of this album with such a cool first half, I was expecting a whole lot more from the second, and I don't feel like it delivered at all. I mean, if I had to rate it by halves, I'd do like the first half was like a 9 to a 9.5, and the second half was like a 5. So I'll go in the middle and drop another 7 to a 7.5. Cole.
Well, I definitely feel like this is the most dynamic song on this album. I think it's probably the best song on the album. It feels the most rewarding to me, I suppose. Yeah, I mean the builds are great in the first half. They're the most unique builds across the entire album.
Absolutely.
And it has the highest peaks of anything on the album. I mean, yeah, I suppose they could have thrown in another build in the second half, but
Or
what we
just
got
done
was still
something.
nice.
They just
I
kept
mean,
the
what
same
was-
thing going over for the next 6-7 minutes.
I am aware,
Okay.
but it was still nice. I did not enjoy the second half of the song. So I think I'm gonna give it a 8.5 total.
8.5. All right, Noah.
Hate to be a little meat rider,
Oh boy.
but yeah, I'm feeling a lot of what Cole said. I was very pleased with our one big boom we got. Shout out Big Justice. Second half of this song was very enjoyable. I was just kind of vibing along. The flute was really just popping off and making some real nice melodies, and the supporting instrumentals just kept the vibe. Yeah, that was an 8.5. Did not feel like 16 minutes at all.
I disagree. I felt all 16 of those minutes. All right, it's final rankings time. And you know what? I decided in a switcheroo, I will go first this time. If you've never been here before for our final rankings, we take a top 3 of the album, put them in order, and then we give a 1 to 10 ranking of the album itself. So my top 3 is going to be pretty difficult. I had some a lot of very similar rankings here. Just looking at it, I'm gonna say, yeah, I think I ultimately did like that one the most. All right, so I will go title track, or sorry, not title track. Yes, I am the first track. Yes, I am a long way from home at 3. I would do Summer at 2, and then Tracy as the best song on this, in my opinion. Didn't really have a whole lot of clue what to come into this album, given that it's post-rock. I have heard a lot of post-rock though, and so I had somewhat of an idea. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry to say this, but I have been compared to the rest of the post-rock albums that I've listened to, I was fairly disappointed with this. There were some builds in here, and there was a lot of, in-your-face drops that really did hit, and I was quite impressed with those. But there was a lot of nothing. There was a whole lot of just imitating the same repeated tempo and melody and instrumental over and over and over, with not hardly any changes. And most songs didn't even have lyrics on them, so lyrically, there's really nothing to talk about on this album except kind of one song. Overall, I would say I'm more disappointed than I'm happy with it. I've heard a lot. I've heard some similar albums to this, but this was much more peaceful, almost almost, it was more of a peaceful post-rock album than it was a like up and down roller coaster type of event. Didn't really bring that. That being said, it did have some very good songs, and it had some good songs. I don't think there was anything that I would call very good on this album. I was pleased with some, disappointed with others, and I guess if I was expecting this to be something like in the realm of Godspeed, I would definitely be disappointed, but they're hard to top. So overall, I'll give this album, I will give it a 6.5 to a 7. Oh wait, I'll give it a 7. No, 6.5. All right, there we go. Lock that in. All right, cool.
Let's see. How many songs did I give an 8?
Just a flat 8.
Yeah.
2, 3.
3. What were they?
So we had Summer, Like Herod, and Yes, I'm a Long Way from Home.
I think I would go Yes, I'm a Long Way from Home at 3, Like Herod at 2, and then Mogwai Fear Satan at 1.
Here we go.
I mean, overall, I think it's a solid post-rock album. It's not on the level of something like a Godspeed, or I would say like Swans or Talk Talk, but I still think it does a very solid job. They could tighten it up a little bit for sure. And probably get some more dynamic interludes in between builds. But still, overall, I think it's a very solid album, and I like it. Throw it a 7.5 to an 8.
7.5 to an 8. All right, Noah, take us home.
Okay, at 3, I'll go Like Herod. At 2, I'll go Mogwai Fear Satan. And at 1, I'll go A Long Way from Home.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, this was just about kind of what I was expecting it to be, rating-wise. Sound-wise, it didn't go as hard as I was expecting it to, but I kind of appreciated that. It felt like they were more going for a certain vibe that you could just kind of chill to and didn't have to really pay much attention to, like a Godspeed album, which I can enjoy music like that from time to time. Overall, I think it was a pretty pleasant listening experience. I'd give it an 8.
Wow. All right. Well, fair enough. Hope you guys did enjoy our Mogwai, oh my God, Young Team album review. Thank you to the subscriber who requested. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to do some other album request, send us a DM, email our business email, and we will negotiate a price. Really appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Also hit the bell. We do all these streams on YouTube. Our next stream will be Physical Graffiti from Led Zeppelin. So we'll be starting to finish out the Led Zeppelin discography. And then we move on to Pink Floyd and Radiohead. So get ready if you're a Floyd or a Radiohead. We're about to go through their discographies as well. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, follow us on Twitter. We tweet out when we go live and when we post all our videos. And we will see you guys in the next video. All right, chat. Thank you guys for staying with it. I know it wasn't probably the most viewer and heavy album. Most people probably have never even heard of Mogwai Young Team, I assume. But those who came out, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell. Most of you probably already have, though, which is pretty cool. Hugo, number 1, Mogwai Fear Satan. 2, Like Herod. 3, With Portfolio. Good album, but feels a bit one note at a time. 7 out of 10. I'm going to agree with you more. So there, Hugo. I think this one was I completely agree with what you were stating. It's definitely it needs more to it. It could have a lot more to it, and it definitely needs more to it, in my opinion. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Chat. We will see you guys in the next stream. Will be Physical Graffiti. It should be tomorrow, and we will continue the Zeppelin discography and finish that one out. So